Hello and welcome to the show. You know, people have all kinds of reasons for the choices they make, and real talk, standing in your truth can be challenging. But not for Leo or Shari. These two are unapologetically making a choice to live an alcohol-free lifestyle. Please welcome to the show, Shari Malcolm, and Leo Williams.
Hi, Portia.
Hey.
How you doing, Portia?
I am doing great. I've been looking forward to this conversation. Yes. And I thank you for responding, too, because a lot of people had asked about being on the show. You two had some really incredible stories, and so I'm ready to dive in. So let's talk about it. Yes. When and why did you decide that you were not going to drink, even socially?
I have always been a drinker, but I realized I was a social drinker. Mm-hmm. And during the pandemic, you know, we were home with the children, my husband and I, homeschooling the kids, everyone's going virtual.
Right.
We really didn't have time for the alcohol like I thought I would. So I'll pour me a glass of Riesling. I will come back and one of my teenagers will pour it in the sink and it will be gone.
Oh, just because they were like, Mama, you
should not be drinking. Because at that time, we were all home. Yeah. I've never been an alcoholic. I just, a little occasional wine here. Yeah. No big deal.
Right.
Then my husband's Bud Light started missing, and we found them in the dumpster.
Wait, so the kids were moving all the
kids.
The liquor.
Wow. The kids.
The beer, the wine, everything.
Yes. So we didn't
How old were they?
They were maybe like 13 or 14 at the time.
And
two
so
girls.
What was their reasoning?
Mommy, you should not be drinking.
Okay. Okay. They didn't have to have a reason. They just felt like this wasn't something you should do.
Mm-hmm. So we just found it like a little
Which is
fun.
Interesting because the kids don't always get to have that say. But clearly you were like, okay, this is resonating with them in some way.
Yes, correct. So we just kind of thought it was funny. Fast forward a year later, my life kind of spiraled out, had a complete nervous breakdown, stressed out, putting husband and kids first, and there could be no alcohol. There could be no caffeine. So drinking wasn't even an option, and that's when I turned to a complete life of no rosé and nothing but herbal teas.
Wow. COVID did that to a lot of folks, right? That really did, that period of time. And Leo, what about for you?
I think starting off my family life when I was younger, I used to see things happen, and then I was raised up in the church. So there was a lot of things they kept away from me.
Yeah.
So when I got out on my single life, it was like, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do this, don't do that. And I've never been attracted to it. So now to this day, and I've seen
that's just how you were raised.
Yes,
and that was just going to be a given, not something you wanted to do. So you've never had any kind of
Now
alcohol?
I have tasted some.
Sure.
Or tried, let me, whatever. But it's like the taste.
It doesn't
to
move
me
you.
Doesn't. No.
So I want to talk about Leo. This date. There was a young woman who. You tell it, because I don't.
Yes. Well, someone I know who is a friend of mine. We were just talking about dating.
Right.
And, they wanted to go out, and I was like, oh, okay. But they know I don't drink. And it was like, well, I wouldn't go out with you because you don't drink, and I can't go out with anyone who doesn't drink.
What did you say? Because just because you, answer that first one. What did you say?
I was like, well, okay. Because I'm not.
Yeah. But you don't knock anybody for drinking, right? You can both go out and socialize.
Oh, yeah, I'm the designated driver. Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right.
But if that's what you want to do, that's fine. And if you don't want to go out, that's fine. You missing out on a good time. Not me. I'm still gonna have a good time.
Obviously not a situation for you because you and your husband made a conscious decision. But do you ever find yourself in situations, even as adults, where there may be some pressure, like, why do you do that? Or why? Tell me more.
I get asked all the time. So I was at a birthday dinner just 2 weeks ago, and one of the young ladies ordered shots for the entire table. So of course, I'm the loudest, I'm the happiest, so people automatically assume I'm the drinker. She's the drinker, but I'm not.
Right.
So I realized that I'm not a social drinker. It's really my personality.
Right.
It's not the alcohol. It's always just been me and who I am. I always just been the light. So
that's beautiful.
They ordered all the shots and they had to send mine back. But I felt, at my age, I felt peer pressured.
Wow.
Because I really wanted to take one, not because I wanted it, but because
it's that social setting. Like, oh, it's
Right,
just
the
right.
one.
music was going, the appetizers were flowing.
But it feels like at that point, if it's been a long time, you may not even enjoy it.
I don't even know what effect it would have on me, so I ordered a mocktail.
I hear you. I like that. Leo, let's talk about this stick shift story. What's that about?
Well, basically, okay. So here's another thing. So I'd be hanging out with friends, and they would want to drink or whatever, or they would be like, "Oh, well, you don't drink, you lame," or you know the peer pressure thing, like she was talking about.
Right.
You lame, or
This
you
is
this.
male friends and female friends.
Yes,
Right.
well, majority male friends.
Okay.
But I'd get a female every now and then, be like,
Yeah.
But and now that I'm a little seasoned, as you say, now I don't get that. I get people that's kind of like, they admire me. They're
Right.
like,
But tell me
"Man, I
about
wish I
the
could
stick
be
shift before we run out of time here. What happened?
The stick shift.
Yeah. Wasn't there a young lady you had to drive the car because she couldn't?
Yes. Oh, yes. I was about 18, going on 19.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a very short, long time ago. So, anyway, they, some friends and I, we're all this was in North Carolina.
Right.
So I'm not going to mention too much.
Right. But
this was in
she'd
North
been
Carolina.
drinking and she couldn't drive and you
our
had to.
friends had been drinking, and a couple of them had got stopped. So they
Right.
took them.
Gotcha.
This was in Asheville, near the mountains. So I wasn't used to driving a stick shift, and I barely just had my license, because remember, I'm like 18.
But you knew you had to get this.
So the
driver of
one
this car
young
home
lady
safely.
who was there, she was drunk, but she knew how to drive the stick, and it
But
was her
we
car.
weren't
I
drinking and
did.
driving, so you shut that down.
I shut it down.
Which is the benefit of being somebody who is not the
Not the
drinker.
drinker.
I
So,
appreciate that. Hold
yeah,
that thought right
so-
there. We're going to take a break because these are very interesting stories. I want to hear more after we pay these bills. So coming up, you're going to meet Aja. Listen to this. She created a new way to party, and get this, no alcohol involved, no alcohol allowed. And she says it still tastes great. So let's check it out when we return. Stay with us.